Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a full face of Wet n Wild products to try out for you. A lot of them are new and some of them are older, but maybe I just haven't tried out before. A couple things I have had and have tried before, like their foundation and their highlighters, but other than that, most of it is new and new to me. So let's go ahead and see how it went. First, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, just their Primer Potion Original. And I'm going to set that with the shade here in this palette. This is the Rose in the Air palette, and so we're going to use that light matte shade here just to set the primer in the crease area. What we're going to do first is, I think I'm going to try to do kind of a halo eye today, so I'm going to actually go in with the darkest shade that we're going to use, which is this one here. It's kind of a fuchsia shade. I'll put that on the inner and outer corner. So I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just kind of blend in between the two. A little patchy. I don't know why it's picking up here. Take the kind of a lavender taupey shade here beside it. And just put that right above where we have that, kind of into the edges of it to blend it further. Just going back in with that first brush, not with anything else on it, just to go over that again. Alright, and then for the halo part, where we're going to put our shimmery shade, I'm going to go ahead and just put some concealer in the center. Really have to be perfect because of course we're going to blend the darker shade into where the glitter is anyhow. This is just to kind of give us a base. I do kind of take mine up higher than most because I have a hooded eye. And then for the center, we're going to take this pretty gold shimmer here they have. And just put that right on top of where we put the concealer. Really giving me the shimmer effect I wanted. Let's see if spraying it'll help any. I'm just going to use some Smashbox primer water and wet my brush real quick. See if maybe we can get it to be a little more metallic. That helped a bit. And of course they are drugstore, so they're not going to be as metallic as a more high-end shimmer would be, but it's still pretty. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the fuchsia shade and just blend things out a little more. And just go over the top edges and the sides here. And then we're just going to go back in again with the lavender shade and blend the edges again. That's all we're going to do for now on the eyes. We'll come back later and finish them up. Now we're going to go ahead and move to face. And I have their new Dewy Face Primer. And it says, apply to clean skin, use alone or under foundation to achieve a luminous finish. It says it's a lightweight formula infused with vitamin E, smooth skin for even makeup application. We're just going to go ahead and apply it like we would any primer. Oh. It is tinted. Kind of caught me off guard, to be honest, but and I do have drier skin, so that's why I went with the Dewy. They do have a matte one as well. It's in a black bottle. It's dewy, or if it's just has like a sheen to it, like you can see on my hand there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it has a gold sheen to it, so I don't know if it's really dewy or it's just more luminous. And for the foundation, we have their Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Soft Beige, and this one isn't really new. I've already had it, but I didn't see any new foundations they have, so that's what we're going to use. And if you're not familiar with it, it comes with a spatula. You can just kind of put it on like this, and this shade is a little off for me right now. I'm so pale, but we're going to make it work for the video. And I'm just going to use my L'Oreal sponge to blend it in. We've got that all blended out. We're going to go ahead and do our concealer, and I have the Photo Focus concealer from them, and it's in the shade Light Ivory, which is a little darker than I normally use, but we're going to make it work. I'm just going to use my Baby Beauty blender to blend that out. concealer is a little more dewy than I'm used to. But hopefully when we set it, it will take down some of that dewiness. Then to set everything down, I did pick up their Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder in the shade Warm Light. And I'm a little upset it got broke before I could even use it, but it's not that bad, so I should be able to still use it. I'm just going to press that in with a big powder brush. I'm going to just use a smaller brush to put some of that on the concealer here where it's a little dewy or greasy looking. And then I also picked up their contouring palette in the shade Dolce de Leche. They had two shades. This one looked like it was the lighter bronzer of the two. And I'm just going to take a brush that I used to contour and go ahead and slightly contour, see how this bronzer works for that. Nose, just to slightly contour that. I always take my powder brush and just run over the contour too, because I don't really like a harsh contour. And this just helps it to look a little more blended. And I'm going to use the yellow powder here and just put a little bit under the eyes. Hopefully it's not too yellow for me, but I'm going to give it a try. See if that can kind of brighten it up a bit more. Yes, it did a bit. For blush, I have their blush in Apricot in the middle, which I didn't notice how shimmery it was until I actually got it home. And I usually don't go for blushes this shimmery, but we're gonna give it a try anyway. Nice color. But kind of looks more like a highlight than a blush though. And it's actually pretty similar to the highlight I do have, which is Precious Petals. Not too different. I mean, that one, the blush is a little more peachy, but alright guys, I went ahead and finished up the mascara and the eyebrows, and now we can move on to our lips. I did get one of their gel liners, and I have it in the shade Bear to Comment. I've seen Casey Holmes use this, and she says it's a nude. I'm a little thrown off by the packaging because it looks kind of brown, but we'll see. It says it's our first of its kind gel lip liner, especially formulated with a gel complex to deliver innovation with the ultimate performance and comfort. Seamless, flawless application, no tugging and no dragging, delivers never-ending color. That's what the pencil itself looks like. It is a nude. Maybe a little darker on me than her, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it all over because I do have one of their matte lipsticks to try, and this sometimes makes matte lipsticks more comfortable. You almost could wear that as a lipstick on its own. And then for the liquid lipstick, I have their Liquid Cat Suit, and it's in Rebel Rose. And I love the applicator on these. It has like that divot in it that hugs your lips just right. Pretty color. So overall, I think that the look came out great. You know, using all affordable products. Most of these products, they're not even $10 a piece. So, I mean, I think that they do perform very well. Everything seemed to work just as good as some higher end stuff. I have to be honest, I was a little worried about the eyeshadow at first when we put on the fuchsia shade, and it looked a little patchy, but after we got in there and did a bit of blending, it ended up looking okay. So I think that these shadow palettes are definitely worth the money. I picked up 3 of them. I only have 2 here, but the formulation's pretty good. You know, the mattes are very good. The shimmers, they're not as metallic as a lot of high-end stuff is, but they are good for drugstore. I've had much worse. So I definitely would recommend picking these up. I know a lot of people say that the one that we use, the Rosé in the Air, is a dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. So if that's something that you are interested in, but maybe you can't afford it or you just don't want to spend that money on that, I would definitely give it a try. I really can't wait to get into this one for especially spring and summer. It has a lot of the pretty blue, peachy shades. Just reminds me of spring or summer for some reason. It's called Not a Basic Peach. And I did pick up another one. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it has a pretty blue-brown in it. It's a duochrome, and it's really good. I would have to say that my least favorite thing out of all was the blush. That's not because of the formulation, it's just because of all the sparkle in there. So it's definitely reminds me more of a highlight, but it is very pretty and it's very buttery to be drugstore, and it's only $3. So I'm definitely going to have to try some of the other shades, maybe ones that don't have shimmer in them. And so far the lipstick, it's not really drying at all. You know, with the liner underneath, it definitely helps a lot as far as it like settling into the lines and the dryness of it. So that's a tip for you, especially with more affordable liquid lipsticks. They're usually drying, but if you put that liner underneath, it will help with that, and it helps with the wearing of it a lot of times too. If you guys would like me to do a video similar to this with maybe another brand, whether it be drugstore or high-end, let me know. We'll test out some of their new stuff and maybe some stuff that's been out a while that we just haven't tried before. Just leave me a comment below. I'll be glad to do so for you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.